welcome back. So we're going to start on our next topic here, and we're going to talk money. We're going to talk money and relationships. We have a couple questions, and we did some research here, so we're just going to kind of spar back and forth about this one.
Okay.
And my first question to you is, what's your definition of wealth?
Family, friends, bills paid. Just being able to enjoy the simple things in life. Don't need to go on trips to Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking a trip as a, do you know what I mean? Whether it's Banff,
right,
or the BC, or, you know, those things in family, and just being able to know that you have somebody you can rely on if shit goes south. If you fall on your face, they're going to be there. You
Right,
know what
right.
I mean? That's wealth.
That's wealth. Okay. So, in your opinion, is there a difference between wealth and being rich?
Yeah.
What's that?
Being rich is having a lot of possessions.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? And then being wealthy is having things that are... What's the right word for that?
Like intangible?
Yeah, okay, intangible. Mm-hmm. Or things that you know work by themselves. You're part of a machine. All the cogs are moving.
Right.
But if this cog kind of gets out of whack, the other cogs can pick up the slack. And that once that cog gets its gearing back or gets fixed, everything moves back in motion, right? Like we could deal with some turbulence.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like not everything is always set out and goes the way it's supposed to go.
Okay, yeah. So I agree with you 100% in terms of what wealth is.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm understanding is you're also saying that wealth is, I guess, being able to, what's the word? I lost it.
Provide.
Not provide. Oh, man. Sorry, I lost it. We're going to have to pick it up somewhere else. When it comes back to me, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so here's one, just in terms of like male, female. Are men intimidated by women who have more money than them or make more money? Because anybody can have more, but make more.
Some are. I mean, me, I'm not. If anything, it drives me to make my hustle better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, my wife make good money. I make good money. Like, I'm trying to make more money doing what I want, but I have a job. I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I help take care of certain things, you know what I mean? But that's part of the relationship now.
Yeah.
If my wife was to make more money than me and me covering, I wouldn't have a problem with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My thing is I have to now figure a way to start accumulating funds at the rate that she's at or higher, so that I can help pick up the slack at times when she ain't got it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's a back and forth thing. A lot of people think it took me a while. Like when I first married my wife, I didn't let her get me stuff. I didn't let her do things for me like that.
How come?
I just, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all good. Like, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But me and her were just dating.
Okay.
So, like, but we were dating for a while, though. Like, it wasn't like 2 weeks and she bought me something. You know what I mean? It was like we were dating for like about 6-7 months. And then she was at some store and got like a couple hoodies and stuff. And I was like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I took them, but I was like, oh, don't do that no more. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I don't want people out here. Like, I felt like, oh, you're clothing me like a kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize that she was just trying to do for me. Like,
she was expressing.
Yeah.
Something
she was
too.
like, you know what I mean? She's saying like, yo, this looks good.
Yeah.
I like you in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you find your one, you're supposed to dress appropriately for outside to be around people and present a good image. But the only person you should really be dressing up for is your significant
your partner.
other.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wear sweatpants and shirts and hoodies all fucking day, bro. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, my family gets mad at me and shit sometimes. Like, yo, y'all niggas see me 1,000 times. Why need to come here in jeans and shit? Come in sweats. Like, bro, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to spread out. I'm trying to, chill.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But, yeah. I mean, if the male makes more money, it shouldn't be a problem. But, no, some guys just are afraid of it because they're not within themselves to know what their potential is. Like, they don't know. They're kind of playing a game. Okay. Sometimes guys play games. Sometimes girls play games.
Right.
So he's in there playing a game. He like, yo, this is all good, man. I'm all good.
I'm just gonna kick back and relax and ride this wave. Okay.
And then there's other guys that are like, yo, I see your hustle. I'm gonna match you. And the other guys like, yo, you can't have that hustle. My hustle's the only hustle that matters.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Now, that in itself, I'm not archaic. If me as a male, let's say me and you're married, we got kids, right? You make way more money than me.
Yeah.
And you want me to stay home because you make more guap and you handle the kids. I don't find that no bitch move shit. The only thing is, I can't hound you about where you at all the time. I can't be on your case.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because I have to respect you and know that you're a loyal person. And if you're out saying you're doing work, you're out saying, if we're going through a tough time, we're going through a tough time. But you know what I mean? Unless it's obvious, I'm not going to be on you about, yo, where the fuck you at? What the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I agreed to this shit. If I did not agree, but this is the problem, right? Some people say that's a sucker move. It's not a sucker move. If that's what you're comfortable with, my nigga, all right, you want to stay home with the kids? You don't want to work? You want to chill? Play video games, whatever the fuck you do? You watch your kids? Whatever, she can bring home to bed? Cool. Just don't be bothering the bitch. Don't be bothering the woman. Okay? Don't be bothering the woman.
Sounds very career specific.
Yes. Bother the woman. You know what I mean?
And from before, in terms of wealth, it came back to me. What I was hearing was the freedom of mobility is in there. That's the wealth. So we can take a trip. It doesn't need to be Dubai. Yeah. But other than just bills are paid, food in the house, and we got some clothes on our backs, we actually have this mobility to do other things and create the experiences and the connections. Yeah. That's the wealth. Yeah. Okay, good. We're on the same page with that one.
It's weird for me to think that I'd have to have all these nice things and, you know what I mean, all these people around me. But most of the time, these people are around me because they see I got money.
The nice things, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm always doing something lavish. You know what I mean? Like, bro, if we do barbecues, like just regular barbecues and shit, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need to be, and I don't hate on people who have nice things. That's not my whole point in what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we've become a society where that's what matters first. Yeah. So, the people that are getting divorced and all these things, it's because a lot of it's based on money. Absolutely. What you can do for me, how I can, do you know what I mean? And that's how some people are living.
And also I think the fear of not having money when, the basis of your relationship at times may be that, or that's such a prominent element of your relationship is money, and how, we need to be able to spend, we need to take trips every year, we need to do all of these things with this money, yet, again, you're just on the outside showing that, right? Or you're just doing that externally, but there's no internal connection that money couldn't purchase or not, I guess.
Well, if what you're saying, because, I'm a little blazed right now, so my brain's working a little slow. So if what you're saying is like, if I have money and you have money, we have money.
Yeah. But also, too, if we're in a relationship, a serious committed relationship, and it turns out that, whatever, you lose your job, the hustle isn't going at, whatever the case may be, and I'm the one with the money, then as a couple, we have money still. Might not be the exact same amount when it was the both of us. But we have money. Right away, I'm not going to be packing up my shit and out the door.
Yeah. But then it also depends on the person's hustle, right? Like, yeah. They have to, I can't lie. Me, I'm the type of person, I've been without a job in, if I count the times I went to jail, probably 6 years. Yeah. I've been, that I've never been without a job. I've been blessed enough to be able to have a mentality of, okay, I need to have my hands in a bunch of things. Right. even if it's just small things to help me just get by while I take care of these bills and then start to pile up. That's just the type of
Right,
person
to generate that. Yeah.
Right? So like, you know what I mean? I've been like dead ass broke, can't even lie, like, and had to go out places and like spend money that shit you'd have to spend and like grind harder 2 days and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hard, like I'm just out here, you know what I mean, looking for something to get things to go right. But my wife has been a stable point in my life that's helped me like just manage things a little bit easier, not be so reckless with shit. You know what I mean? I always tend to get got by rush. You know, I'm a Taurus, very stubborn, so like trying to get something done. Sometimes I just see red, like I'm just getting this done. I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I do foolish things like let the scammers get me for $5 bills, man.
Ouch.
Like, kill me on their birthday and shit, have me fucked up.
Yeah,
I had to borrow money to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was fucked up that day, but for me as a man, as a male, I don't find a problem. I want my wife to make more. Like I'm all about equal rights. You know what I mean? If you
money,
want this,
period.
if you want this girl to stay at home and she wants to stay at home and wants to be a stay at home, and it's like really agreed upon. It's not like she's forced into it. It's not like it just like she really just wants to be a stay at home mom, and she says, "Yo, you make enough for the both of us." Cool. Then don't start bitching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when shit don't go the way you want, don't open up your mouth, because this is part of your idea too. If you want it to be working, by no means, honey, we'll figure out a way to put the bills together, and we use what we cover it. You know what I mean? Daycare, all that shit. Or we find some family members we can let the kids chill with for a couple hours. We try to find some shifts we can. You know what I mean? Like me and my wife, we work opposite shifts. So I work from like 6:30 to like 2:45, and she worked from like 3 to 11:30.
Yeah.
So like the little ones like always got somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's never. You know, she's by herself, never. You know what I mean? And she doesn't even have to travel. It's all in the same house.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing. That is a blessing in itself. Trust me. Because these daycare costs, it's like mortgage.
You feel? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we just put her in preschool, so like that's like a little like $100-something a month or something.
Yeah,
like
it's like one. I think for Zariah, I was doing like 145 or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like we're just in a perfect situation, you know?
Yeah.
You know? We split everything evenly, you know what I'm saying? I take care of what I gotta take care of, she take care of what she gotta take care of. We take care of what we gotta take care of together. And there's no problem. I mean, you know, she's part of the reason why I'm able to do this podcast, you know, like she believed in what I'm trying to do and, you know, allowed me to spend money in a way where I could invest in some things.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without sacrificing and help me out per se, like, you know, cover something for me or whatever the case may be.
So what do you think about the debt that people bring into relationships, serious committed relationships, you know?
Okay, hold on.
Now,
was the debt there before or after?
Yeah, this is what we as individuals bring into now our mutual relationship. It's getting serious and we're going to move in together. Okay? Or to the point where even moving in together, because you don't know that I have, I don't know, $50K debt back here lingering behind me. And I say,
when
yeah,
do
I'm
I
going to
find
move
this
in.
out, though? No, when do I find this out, though?
Let's say that the place we're going to move into, they have to do a credit check. We find the spot, it's perfect. Rent-wise, we're like, yeah, we can handle it. Bills, everything. Run that check. And then I start sweating and I'm getting all, and then looking around and, you know, and then it's like, well, you're good. But she denied for something. Obviously, they can't tell you what, but they know that the credit score didn't come past 400. No, that ain't a good thing, right?
I know.
So
my
now,
wife in the 760, so I know.
right? So
she helped me go on my credit, but
so should that be discussed in a relationship before it even gets to that point, or you know, do we leave it until we get there? Are those financial discussions just as important as the other type of discussions you have when you're building a relationship with somebody?
Yes and no. Yes, if it's $50,000.
I just came. It was a student loan, okay?
Yeah, that's all
Call
good.
it that.
Fatty, give me whatever it is. You better let me know what the fuck bracket. You crazy? Nigga, I come in with 20, you come in with 50. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Now, personally, if it's 50K, yeah. But I mean, people have credit cards.
Yeah.
People fucking have
Car
vehicles.
loans.
Do you know what I mean? You kind of know. Once you decide to become serious, your bills become my bills. My bills become your bills. Like, we know what we have to pay, what has to come out. So, we have to know at some point in time people's credit value. Like, okay, I went got me and my wife, my brother a phone, boom, telephone one time. I had to put like a G note down for all 3 phones. Okay. Brand new iPhones. 10. Right when they for the 10Xs, right? Right when they came out. Boom. My credit was strong enough that I could do that. Some people's credit, you gotta pay money, even when the phone's free. You gotta pay money.
I can only get the eye. I can't get the phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So simple little things like that will let you know what the. I mean, like I said, my wife helped me. I had no credit. I didn't have bad credit. I didn't have good credit.
It just
Every time I got a
wasn't
credit card, cut that
established.
shit up. I don't want nothing to do that shit. No, because I know I get. Sometimes I just, you know what I mean? Oh, yo, get this and get this shit. This, But yeah, like, you know, you'll know.
Okay. Well, it's even like your partner's spending habits, say, right? You're dating, but then you just notice. But at what stage is it okay to be like?
No, but most of the time people start out dating each other. There's like whatever. They don't move in with each other at least for at least 6 months.
At least, yeah.
Max 6 months before like they start getting like super comfortable. And it might not even be a moving. It's just I got some shit at your house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every guy that's come through and kick it, but they still got their own spot or there wherever they're at. You know what I'm saying? And then through that, you're gonna know because you're gonna be trying to do stuff together. It's not just gonna come over and let's fucking watch TV. You know what I mean? In the beginning of any relationship, you're trying to see what each other likes, feel each other out, see, you know, on what level you and that person can become one, if that's what you want to call it, or, you know, become a pair, right?
Right.
Because nobody just, this whole, I loved him at first sight. Get the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah.
Everything looked pretty, and then that opened his mouth, you're like, oh, Lord Jesus. You know what I mean? I see the bitch look banging as fuck. His white shit look back in the date. Bitch opened him, that shit look like a broken fence, fam. I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's in any relationship, business, anything, you're always trying to feel them out until you know, okay, is this, you know, feasible, or, you know, can we do something greater?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that in life with everything. At your work, you start at the bottom. You know what I mean? Not saying that.
And now we here.
No, not now we here. No, I'm not quoting Drake. That's probably one of Quentin Miller's fucking songs. But no, it's you know, you start at this point A, and as you're building everything that you are putting your work into, you're seeing.
Right.
It's not, you know, an illusion.
Right.
It's not like, you know, people giving you promises and then backsliding.
Okay.
Everything,
Yep.
you know what I mean, shows growth. You know what I'm saying? And in life, there's times where shit happens and you can't control it. You know what I mean? But there's other times where like it's kind of like not purposely done, but
Choices.
you're just not respecting the other person's time.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And there works in relationships all abroad, but especially between man and woman or people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to commit to somebody, it's not so much like letting them down is the problem. The problem is not being yourself and being truthful.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because nobody's perfect. Like, when people keep trying to look for these girls, or these girls are looking for these guys that have money, or they have like just one quality in life
Yeah.
that they care about the most at that point, those are the ones that end up getting stuck. You know what I mean? Or they end up getting the divorce papers because they're not looking at the all-around picture, the all-around image. They're looking at just one aspect of the photo and saying that's what they want.
Well, they're looking at the still. There is no evolution in a photo. You know what I mean? That's it. Just the picture and. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know of a couple girls, you know, over the years, and they've met a guy, and you know he's established. He's got his own. Right, but for her, she comes into the relationship, and I don't know if, you know, they felt they needed to buy this person's affection or buy their love, buy their attention, or if it was they were trying to show that maybe financially they were on the same level. So if financially I'm on the same level as him, then he might think intellectually I am, and goals and blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, spending whack loads of money at the same rate, or sometimes not even at the same rate as the guy, because he's not dishing out, or even in your case, not even really accepting the gifts, because it was like, I think for a lot of those guys, it was kind of like, I don't want you to buy me stuff. I can buy my own shit.
Yeah, no.
I want you. Like, appreciate the fact that I'm not taking this from you. And some of those girls couldn't do it. And they insisted that he didn't like her.
Oh.
Because he wouldn't accept all of these gifts. As opposed to seeing it as, well, no, he likes you. Yeah. And not those gifts.
You see how we had on the last episode, we was talking about females, right? I got the top 3 dudes, okay?
Okay.
So, there's the good guy, the bad guy, and the dog. Okay? DMX shit. The snake, the rat, the cat, you know? So, there's a good guy, there's the bad guy, and there's the dog. The good guy is, majority of the time, the guy that tries to do everything right. Mm-hmm. But when he doesn't do everything right, when there's like a hiccup, it might throw him off. But other than that, he's a pretty reliable, relaxed. Like when you see the good guy, you know what the potential is. You know what the ceiling is. You know what you're looking at. You know what you're gonna get. Like there's no, mystery to it. Okay, the bad guy is the one that's got the mystery to it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying you want to do all this. This is just for right now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We gonna get all this, but yet you taking trips at all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now the dog, it's just that pit bull that's running around with the pink thing hanging out. Like he's like that ABG. Anybody can get it. Or any female or any woman can get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I stuttered on that. That was by accident. I'm just fucking around. Yeah, dog. You know what I mean? Women, I feel, tend to respect the good guy, love the bad guy, but cherish the dog.
I wonder why that is.
And you know what's messed up? Women will say niggas ain't shit, but it's the niggas that you fucking with.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ain't shit. Stop saying niggas ain't shit, because the same way I told you, it's hard for a male, right? It is kind of hard for a female, but like I said, pussy runs the world. So if a girl, this guy can be married to his wife for 30 years. Let some legal 35-year-old pussy, nice, try to tell him yo, he in his head, he might be like, that if he's a loyal motherfucker, he might can't do that. Let me get out of here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a 50-50. 50-50 hit rate, okay? 50% of motherfuckers will say, yeah? And just beyond that, just because, you know what I mean? At one point in time, they were dogs. Mm-hmm. They got tamed, and it's like, they just, one more time. It's like, it's like that druggie right before they OD. Yeah. Because he gonna get caught, and his life done with. He wasted 30 years for one time. Right. You know what I mean? Instead of maybe going to his wife and, even though she might not be down with it, say, yo, da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. If she's like, cool, like, yo, I just feel like, all right, cool. If she like your wife and she down, and that's how you get down, cold.
Okay.
But even if she doesn't get down like that, just bringing that up to her might spice up your life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, don't always just think it's but you know what I mean? One time. 'Cause the dog was there for a long time, and the dog was sleeping, and something came over and poked the dog, and the dog looking at it. And they're like, I got this nice steak over here. Like, nigga. Water and champagne, all that over here right now, baby. You trying to...
Are you coming?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, get up on that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when I was younger, I was a dog too. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? With my wife, I made a choice not to do those things.
Yeah.
I did have an incident where I had a conversation with somebody I shouldn't have talked to, but other than that...
Was that like closer to like the beginning or the middle of the relationship?
I'm not going to get too deep into that.
Fair enough.
I'll probably already get flamed when I get home. Once I let her know that I said that on this podcast, she going to be like, yeah? Da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's
well,
just
that's...
fine.
Then there's a question too then, in terms of, you said you had a conversation that, with an individual that you shouldn't have. Do you believe that there is such thing as emotional cheating? Or is just cheating the physical aspect has to be in there?
If somebody feels like they emotionally got cheated on, that's on them. I don't believe in it.
Okay.
I believe that there's just cheating, as in you have the intent to go and do these things. You do these things. And, you know what I mean? That's that, right? But to some people, it might just be the fact that they engaged in it, but it never happened.
Right, in the conversation of.
Yeah, or that they didn't know any of that. They just heard that it happened.
Yeah. But I mean, like, even on emotional cheating in the sense that, not even, having all this sex talk on the phone, but say...
the scumbag talk.
Not even. Your partner is going and calling some guy, and they are having these intimate conversations over and above sexuality, but just intimate conversations about, I don't know, what she's doing, what she's feeling, her hopes, dreams, whatever it is, and she's not sharing that with you. That's more of what emotional cheating is.
Okay.
And as your partner, you would think that clearly there's something wrong here. Why she's sharing this with someone else, right? And not her partner.
Yeah.
And for most women, especially if you get them in the emotional zone, the body's going to follow eventually. If it's a person that's in, or potentially, I shouldn't say eventually because it's not a guarantee for everyone.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, to be honest, I've never been in that scenario to even be able to say, like, for me, all of it's been physical cheating. Like, I seen the signs, and then I seen it, and then I was like, oh, I bet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, itch. That's how you gonna act?
Yeah.
Cool. And then return favor.
Yeah, I was going to say revenge. Yeah.
No, not revenge, like, return favor. Like, I said, I took that bowl of shit, I ate that. I got a bigger bowl of shit for you to eat right now. And you gonna eat it too. Like, I don't even want to hear you crying about it.
Right.
Because I ain't say nothing. I seen it. It's like the Biggie line, I know you know. We'll keep that between me and you. You gonna eat this. You know what I'm saying? But, I think people nowadays just rush.
For sure.
They rush,
For sure. Well, I think they're chasing the ideal of a relationship.
Yeah,
or they're chasing the...
People think it's cool to be married, but they don't know what being married is. Like, there's a lot of highs, there's a lot of lows, you know what I mean? Like,
I would think so.
And then there's ways to balance them, you know what I mean? And, like, me, myself, there's a lot of things I have to fix, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it easier for my wife, you know what I mean? Like, we're good, but sometimes, I irk her. I'm ignorant like that, though.
And the fact that you can even say that out loud is proof of growth, right? And evolution. that you're just evolving as a person, and you're doing that with a partner. Because I think sometimes in married relationships or just long-term committed relationships, the individuals forget that they are just that, and they're both on different journeys while journeying together at the same time, right? So you want to be, cohesive, or I'm your rib kind of thing, but also there's parts of me that didn't come from you, that these are my things that I've brought here, yours, and we're trying to work together, but also as individuals, we're evolving.
Yeah.
I think that's where, when you see the 60, 70-year marriages, and the people say, I grew with him, or I saw him changing and allow him that space, or allow her that space, but also still love my partner.
Exactly. And, be there for them and let them know when, like, shit is crazy. Like, my wife's texting me, like, yo, I gotta stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You need to have that partner that can tell you that as well, right? Like, 'cause a lot of people, they think, listening to your other half, whether it's male or female, if they're coming to you and talking to you about it, that they're like, yo, that ain't cool, this ain't cool, don't, you know what I mean? That's not me bossing up on you.
Absolutely
That's
not.
me being your partner and saying, yo, this made me feel da-da-da-da-da way.
Yeah.
Most guys keep their wives contained, like, and I'm not saying like contained, like in the sense like they can't go out, but it's like they control who they hang with, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Me, I don't really care who my wife hangs with. You know what I mean? I just say don't let that happen. And if you're with somebody who's with some fuckery, know when to dip, because I don't want to have to involve myself, and I don't want to have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your safety is the biggest thing, but I'm not stopping you from doing what you want. She wants to take a trip to Jamaica with her friends. She's going there for a wedding. She wants to do that stuff. I want to allow her to do that stuff. She'll let me do it, but because I have individuals around me who sometimes go extra miles,
right?
It might be hard for me to pull off an all dudes trip with certain people, but as long as I keep the circle small enough and enough of the riffraff and shenanigans on the outside, I think it is possible. Not saying my wife wouldn't allow me to take a trip. I can take a trip with my brother.
Yeah.
But I want to take a trip with just my brother and take a trip with my niggas. You know what I mean? Like, all of us just go somewhere for a week or 2 weeks and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enjoy a little bit of life, new experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, yeah, like that whole controlling phase. And that goes into the whole money thing, too, right? Like I said, there's some guys that are very insecure. They don't want their wife to make more money than them. They'd rather they not make no money. So they have full control. Like,
right.
You do this, you do that. But I reversed it and said, yo, it's a choice. If you make that choice, I don't care what this person told you. If you grew up in an era where you, as the woman, stays at home and has the kids and cooks all the food and cleans up and chills, and the dude go to work and the dude provide all the money, unless the dude's out here doing serial cheating, leave the man alone.
Right.
Leave the man alone.
Okay.
Same thing goes for the female.
Well, and
if my wife said, yo, listen, I make enough money, you can do your podcast thing every day, you know, worry about nothing, everything's taken care of. And you got an extra 2 bands in your pocket every week. You ain't got to work no more. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's what she wanted, and I was okay with that, and that was going to benefit me in some way where I can start making my own money, and she's not stopping me from having my own hustle, cool.
Yeah.
I ain't got to work a job no more. I'm trying to do the same thing for her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, if this Pablo AOB ain't going to work,
yeah,
like, we good. You know what I mean? We good. Like, you ain't got to work. You know what I'm saying? We're both working towards a goal. We're both working towards something. And that's the thing that people, you know, sometimes don't understand. It's never going to be easy. It's never going to be, you know, sweet all the way. There's going to be times where, you know, it's just going to happen. You know, things happen to people. I mean, for me, my parents died, and I treated my wife pretty shitty. I didn't beat her up or nothing. I just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, in the club every weekend.
Yeah.
Fucked up. You know what I mean? This is the way I felt I could cope with it.
That's what you were doing all the time.
Right? So, and this is when she was pregnant. So, like, I just disappeared.
Yeah.
She see me 4 o'clock in the morning, sleep till like probably 4 in the afternoon. Up, gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charlotte gone again. You know what I mean? It's madness. I spent so much money in the clubs, acting stupid and drinking. It's bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's being stupid. But yeah.
But you were coping the best with
Well, I didn't know how to deal with it with her.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I'm grown. But everybody's different. Like for me, something happens in my family. A lot of the times, I try to analyze it, sit down, you know, and then I'll talk to my wife about it and see how she feels. But you know, before I couldn't do that. It was like
you would insulate.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you know, like I need to go chill for a minute. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna go chill for a minute. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go for a drink or whatever. Act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Do stupid shit. But I grew out of that. So like, you know, it's all about allowing your partner. If this is supposed to be your partner, they're supposed to be able to help you. You're supposed to be able to help them.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to have dreams. You're supposed to be able to achieve something that you want to do. You don't have to achieve everything.
Right.
If my wife wanted to be the best handbag seller of all fucking time and make money off of that,
more power. Absolutely.
I'll give you the money for that. No worries.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to work where you're working at right now, whatever case you're tired of it. Mm-hmm. I'll invest in you because you're my partner. Like at the end of the day, like if you're not willing to invest in your other half, then who you really invested in?
And why? Why are you? I think after a certain point when you're dating and you get into a relationship with someone, you know, teens, 20s, whatever. But then we're not just doing this for fun anymore, right? Is it not for progression?
Progression. Even this podcast, like I was saying, right?
Yeah.
I want to make it a platform for everybody to speak. That's why this third mic problems is pissing me off. You know what I mean? But having that third mic, being able to have conversations with people about where they work, their experiences in life, things like that, I think is something that the world needs. Like the world needs something where people feel like they can have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
And not be fully attacked. Like sometimes it may seem like I'm attacking you or attacking. Well, really, I'm just stating my facts. Mm-hmm. Not my facts, but my truth of the situation. And then there's a fact, right? I might be on the black side, you might be in the gray or the white side.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's just what I want to build here, and that's what I think the world needs. It's more conversation like this and an honest conversation.
Well, yeah, we don't communicate openly and honestly nowadays. I think a lot of it is there's a lot of bravado or a facade, or I have to put on a show because I'm a brand and blah, you know, all that kind of stuff, as opposed to just
being themselves,
just parlaying.
You know, that's why.
And not having, like, everyone has a history, everyone has a story, everyone will continue to have stories and things that occur, and not having shame in it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm just, I don't know, the biggest pickpocket in the world, and that's what I'm doing, is just teefing out people's pockets like I have nothing else better to do with my time. But if that's my story.
There's nothing wrong with those things. I mean, to be honest, I always say in my Smoker's Corner, and I should have one dropping soon enough, in a bit, be yourself.
Right.
Somebody's going to appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why, like, I went so hard on Instagram and shit like that in the beginning, and, like, I slow down now. Like, I just post pictures, like, to fuck with people or whatever I feel like saying for that day. You know, that's why that one that you was like, oh, so this is how niggas know you're talking shit. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Like, who's this? This is like 3 or 4 likes and 1 love. Like, yeah, of course. Come on now, man. It's not bad. Like, there ain't no women out here like that. I'm trying to cut using that word. I've been told numerous times women do not appreciate that other word, the F word, the Frank word. Okay, so I'm trying to switch it up. But yeah, you know, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, good times.
There's guys out here that are doing the same thing, but come on.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
And I know there's a double standard, but what do you want me to do about it? Like, I'm not the one out here saying that that's what this woman is.
Right.
The guy beside me would be like, yo, that's a sketa boom. Like, for real? Yo, the man that ran to that dog. Like, what do you mean about the man that?
I wonder if guys say that sometimes because they were the only one that she said no to.
Some guys, listen, There's more guys doing that than girls, okay? There's women out there lying on the dick, too. Don't lie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? But there's a lot more guys, and that's what I'm saying, because it's harder for guys to even get a lot of those interactions, because all it takes is one misstep, one thing that wasn't done correctly that day, and
They're out.
the girl could be like, and she could have dressed up well ready to give it to him. But he come out now, his feet stinky shit. She don't even know, like, he just came from football. He took a shower, but he just didn't wash his feet or something. You know what I mean?
How you take a shower? No,
I'm just saying. I'm just using that weird ass example. Like, what I mean, like, wash his feet. Like, I mean, he washed his feet, but like,
they got wet.
His feet.
His feet got wet.
No,
in the shower,
like,
but he didn't scrub them.
No, he washed his feet.
But his foot in a wash. So I'm confused and I don't understand.
No. That's just some of these guys got them real cheesy feet. Like, they can't just like be washed once. You know what I'm saying? No, they can't just be like, they can't just sit in the tub and wash it one time and it's good. Like, you know what I mean? It takes me for soak. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, they have to soak. You know what I mean? They gotta get at least a 10-minute soak in there, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Epsom salts and all that. Get on all the enzymes and the toxic.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking around. But yeah, I was just using like, let's say, okay, scratch that one. That one sounded crazy. Let's say fucking, he ate garlic at the meal and forgot to get gum, and he's speaking to you like this, and all you smell like that girl. Like, oh, let's go. Like, for the night, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be, but that's also, I think, a little bit of an unevolved female who's. See, I said female. Unevolved female who's looking for again that picture, right? Perfection in every single point, and that it just doesn't exist. Okay. She's gonna go back to her girls and be like, yeah, well, dinner was great, and he's a great conversationalist, and blah blah blah. But then his breath smelled like garlic, so I didn't give it up. More than likely, the girlfriend's gonna be like, "What'd you say his Instagram was again?"
See,
happens.
But hold on though. You see that though? Males and females do the same thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. I understand that for women, they feel like they get scorned for being promiscuous.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like there's nothing. What can you call the man that is going to be so upsetting that he'll stop doing what he's doing? Because if you call a man a dog, you're actually telling on yourselves, because they're the most loyal thing. That's why when I brought up the dog, a dog is the most loyal thing. So like, you can't call a guy out here fucking all these bitches a dog anymore.
You just say dog in heat then, because then that changes it.
A dog in heat, pitbull with the pink thing hanging out, I guess. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, a dog. Like, most guys don't even care. I've seen people get put on that dirty. They don't care. Female women. Yo, don't mind me. I'm in a weed coma. like Tyson. My back's broken. Like, what happened? My vertebrae. He's just talking a whole bunch of nonsense. I mean, that's what I was doing right there. Now,
okay.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't know how women are going to feel like men will be looked at harshly for having many sex partners.
One thing I think the difference is that women are looked at, or their promiscuity, if we want to use their sexual prowess, is looked at negatively from both men and women. Men that are promiscuous, if that's the word that we're using,
is it the fuck a lot?
Yeah, they're looked at, or that activity is looked at negatively by only a fraction of women.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, he's a dog.
Yeah,
she's a hoe.
Yeah, some will say, he's a dog, and then other girl will be like, yeah, but then there's still the majority that will be like, and still go on with it, right? Whereas, and then it just kind of dies down.
Yeah.
But whereas a woman that's labeled, a hoe or a slut or, she's fucked everybody or whatever the case may be, she's getting that from the men. She's also getting it from the majority of women as well. So that's double angled, right? Of that same thing. And it seems to be splayed out and then it carries. So even, someone said, my HODIS was deleted. I turned over a new leaf. And regardless if it was or not, but even 10 years from now, they're still going to look at her and that is what she's still stamped with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know how to change it for people. All I can tell you is that if your great granny a hoe, and your granny a hoe, and your mama a hoe, then you must be a hoe. I'm just fucking around with y'all, man. I'm just trying to do my Cat Williams impersonation. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have been talking shit. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know how to help women with that. Like, but it's messed up because sometimes a lot of it I think is the clothes that they're wearing. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't wear clothes, but like wear for the time. If it's New Year's Eve, dress how you want to dress for New Year's Eve, but don't be dressing like it's New Year's Eve and it's Friday night going to the club. Then you have to what? I have a daughter. Okay? My daughter will not be outside without mace or a knife once she reaches a certain age.
Fair. She's
going to know. Yo, do not put yourself in any predicament where you cannot be coherent of what's going on.
Fair.
I know it's hard. I know you're going to make mistakes. But the less mistakes you make, the longer daddy gets to spend outside.
Fair.
Okay? Do you know what I mean? And somebody's child gets to live. I want the variable of my daughter even being anywhere near the situation of she may have coaxed it, or somebody could say, oh, well, look at this or look at... Nah, I don't want none of that. I'm not saying she's got to come out here looking Muslim. I'm just saying dress appropriately for the scenario and situation. You can't go to your work dressed however the fuck you want, can you?
Right.
So that's just how society is. When you see somebody on the side of the road in dirty clothes, looking all bummy, hair ain't cut, what do you call them? A bum, right? Or a homeless person, correct?
Person experiencing homelessness.
Okay, sure. So you can say that they out here asking me for my $2.45 up on my fucking jar, my fucking change jar, okay? Looking all scrummy. I lived with one who was doing it every day. We caught him right before we moved out. Like, yo, you ain't homeless. You out here taking... That's what I'm saying. People can deceive you.
Yeah.
With just their appearance. Somebody could be looking like the most humblest person in the world. But then behind closed doors, they're a fucking narcissist. Like, you know what I mean? They're a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking mad. Okay? Man or woman. Fucking mad. Nobody wants that. Nobody need that.
And you don't know, and the good ones know how to disguise well, right?
Of course.
That's how they lure you into their trap.
You know what I mean? And I want everybody to understand that me as a black man, when I hear these words of hoe and slut, those are based off of actions, right? So some of that stuff can be taken back. The word nigga, the prejudice that comes upon me and my people that other people decide to inflict on us, very randomly sometimes, not randomly, is what I'm worried more about than something people can change by actions or clothing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying don't go out there and do your thing, but just don't fuck every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Because 9 times out of 10, there's guys out here that are dogs that girls don't know they're dogs because they don't fuck within the circle.
Right.
Boom. There's 3 of you, Yolanda, and Shaquika, okay? I know. Fucked up names. Shaquika gets the dick, but you two never know about it. Shaquika shuts her mouth. He go into another circle of girls that you don't even know. Mm-hmm. And he fuck with one over there. Then he fuck with one over here. Those guys are the undercover dogs, the ones that are smart. The ones that are here like, yo, I fucked the mom, the sister, the auntie. The cousin, like, those niggas, they just don't give a shit, okay?
Yeah.
They put their dick in whatever they can, when they can. That's their lifestyle. But that in itself will bring problems.
Granted.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now you're out here fucking with people's kids. And I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? You're a kid, but I'm just saying, like, you're out here fucking with somebody else's daughter, you know what I mean? Or somebody else's, son, you know what I mean? For your own benefit. Like, there's women out here holding children fucking hostage from their fucking parents, you know what I mean? Or from their dad and shit, like, all over some petty shit. Like, trust me, I understand there's some people out there on both sides that are just fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that, one side is better than the next, but you have to make the little compromises and not cut your nose off to spite your face.
Right.
If the person's willing to do everything they're supposed
For their
to do
kid?
for the kid, then all right, just deal with that. Whatever problems you got with the person, allow that.
Well, yeah. Period.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just allow that. Like, I know it's hard. You're not going to get it right in one day, but forget all that shit. Why the fuck you going to stress yourself out about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, you might want the dick. So what?
Dick
No,
everywhere.
I'm just saying. You still might want the dick. So what? You should know most of these motherfuckers, unless you crazy, they gonna keep fucking you. Like, I've never seen a nigga turn down good pussy unless the bitch was crazy, fam. I'm dead ass serious. Like, what I'm about to say, yo, the girl's my bitch. Like, I can't deal with it. Like, she's under some voodoo thing. Like, yo, me, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? But, is there anything else you have to add to this?
No.
I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. You know what I mean? I got a new sponsor. Like I said before in the previous ones, Win is Win. The code 65% off. 123 Balance. He does everything from tees to mugs to signing graphics. Holla at him. Show love to the boy. Other than that, though, it's your boy Eat Crushed Glass. I'm a homegirl.
Free la.
We'll hit y'all up next time. Easy.
Bye.